problem number 6 is of differentiate between align and unidirectional method of dimensioning. So here there are two major difference, or we can say that there are two major types of dimensioning method. Now what is dimensioning? So if you construct any structure, you have to mention the dimensions of it. So to mention the dimension, you have to follow certain rules to write down the dimensions over here. So you can follow either aligned method or unidirectional method in your drawing. You cannot combine both of them in one drawing. So you have to use aligned method or unidirectional individually. So what is the difference between them? So let's discuss. You can see there are two identical images with the same dimensions mentioned over here, but the structure of representing the dimension is different. Now I'll take one example of this 30. You can see this is a horizontal dimensions and this distance is 30 mm, and 30 mm is mentioned over here as well, but the difference is in this aligned method. Aligned, that means with line. So you have to remember three thumb rules for this. The first one is dimension must be written at the center of your dimensioning line, parallel to your dimensioning line, and above the dimension line. So these three things you have to remember. I'll repeat it: above the line, center to the line, and on the line. Okay, so if this is a horizontal line, so you have to write down your dimension like this. If the dimensions are mentioned vertically, you can see the dimensions are parallel to dimensioning line, center to the dimensioning line, and above the dimensioning line. So these three rules you have to follow. If dimensions are inclined like this, you can see, so here also dimension have to return on parallel to the line, above the line, and at the center of the line. So these are the methods. Now to mention the circular dimension like curvature or a circle, so in that case you have to extend this line by using a ladder line, which we have already explained in previous problem. So ladder line you have to write down, and you have to write 515. So in this case both of the 515 you can see are equal. So there is no method to mention the dimensions of circle or curvature individually. So both are written in the same manner. In unidirection, again you have to follow three rules for that. You have to write down your dimension on the line. You have to write down on the line, but remember the dimension are not touched to the line. That thing you have to make sure. Okay, so dimension whatever you return, it not be touched to the dimensioning line, center to the dimensioning line, on the line, and always in horizontal direction. Unidirectional, that means only in one direction, which is horizontal. So you have to write down your dimensions in horizontal direction. You can see here it's a vertical direction, vertical dimensioning, though you have to write down your dimension in horizontal. Okay, so on the line, center line, and horizontal direction. Same way here. In same thing you have to follow for inclined dimension also. Here center to the line, on the line, and in horizontal direction. You can see for the circular or a curvature you have to extend this line by using a ladder line. You have to use ladder line and write down 515 over here. No, you cannot write 515 or 515 like this. So this is a wrong practice. So you have to extend this line and write down your dimensions over here on the ladder line. So